I'm doing good today. My hand got cooked this week. That's a story for later. But the only thing getting cooked tonight is them too. So I'm ready to win this right now.
What happened to your hand?
I burned it. So, but that's again, we're talking about that later. Right now, we're gonna cook them.
Talking about
Yeah, like you said, the Longhorns are losing a ton of people this season, especially on the offensive line, in the wide receiver core, in the secondary, on the defensive line. It's worrying for sure. But I really trust the depth this team has. Guys like in the secondary, like Kobe Black, Jelani McDonald. I'm looking at them. I think they're gonna have a great season this year. I think they're really talented. I'm looking at guys on the offensive line, Trevor Gooseby, DJ Campbell's still there, and then I just think Arch. Like you said earlier, I'm a huge art truther. I think this guy is the quarterback to take Texas to the national championship. The dimension he adds to this offense is crazy. He can run, he can extend plays. That's something that Quinn Ewers just could not do. He wasn't very mobile. So I think that this Texas team is going to compete for a national championship next year. Yeah, I'm actually going to start from number 4. I got the New York Knicks at number 4. They just got a deep roster. Cat, Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, just good defense, led by their really good coach, and I love them a lot. And number 3, I have the Boston Celtics, the reigning champions, shooting for days. Obviously, they're led by Jason Tatum, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown. Just a deep squad again. Kristaps Porzingis, they're number 3. Number 2, I got the Cavaliers. They had the best shooting team in the league this season, led by Donovan Mitchell, just the second best offensive team in the league. Just really impressive. And number 1, I got the OKC Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the NBA this season. They have depth for days. They got the best defense in the league, and I think they have a point to prove after losing in the playoffs last year to the Mavericks. So that's my top 4. I'm actually going to go a different route right here. I'm going to go Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, I think, should be a starter over Steph Curry. Steph Curry's a legend, but Steph Curry's not having a good season as Anthony Edwards. Steph Curry's known for his shooting. Anthony Edwards is actually shooting better from three-point this season on about the same volume as Steph Curry. He's carrying more defensive load than Steph Curry. Edwards, lots of the time guards, sometimes the team's best guard. He just had a better season than Steph Curry. I understand Steph Curry's going to win the fan vote every year when he's in the NBA, but I think Anthony Edwards has had a better season, and he's on a better team, and he has to play with Julius Randle, so he should get some points for that too. Yeah, I agree with Colin a little bit on that. I don't think their depth is that much of an issue, but I do think their roster. I think they have a roster that on paper looks like a national championship roster. They got a scorer in Matty Booker, facilitator and Rory Harmon. They got 2 defensive anchors in the center position, Taylor Jones, Kyla Oldeker. But when you look at the results, the two best teams they played this year, Notre Dame, South Carolina, they lost by double digits to both those teams. And they've also had some close games against non-ranked teams, against I think Ole Miss. Tennessee's ranked, but Tennessee took them down to the wire. When they see them match up against top competition besides Maryland, who they've blown out, I don't know if they have enough power to beat those teams, And you got Paige Bueckers of UConn, Hannah Hidalgo in Notre Dame, Lauren Betts in UCLA. Can they compete with them? I'm not sure. Yeah, I have a similar issues with the coaching. I think the offense can be a little bit stagnant at times. I think the defense has actually been kind of impressive lately, especially against A&M in certain stretches, against Missouri. I think, though, that this week in Longhorn basketball has been huge for them. I think if that win against A&M doesn't really spark the season, I don't know what will. You look at their schedule. They went through the toughest part of their schedule so far. I think the offense has struggled, but they have enough firepower with Trey Johnson, Tremont Mark, Arthur Kaluma, Jordan Pope. I think they have enough firepower to get themselves through. I look at their schedule, and I think, I think this team can get in the last 4 in, maybe even a 10 seed or something like that. I think they have enough momentum now where they can carry themselves into the tournament, and I do think we'll see them in March. I don't think so. And actually, no, I know he won't be. And that doesn't mean he can't be at the end of his career. I think there's a great chance at the end of his career, when it's all said and done, Mahomes will be recognized as the greatest player in NFL history. But when you look at the stats right now, the playoff wins, the rings, Brady has 7 rings. Mahomes has 3 right now. He could get his 4th. Brady has 35 playoff wins. Mahomes has 17, I believe, right now. There's still some big gaps there. And the thing that makes Brady so great is how long he was great for. That's the same thing for LeBron, Brady. They did it for so long. And if Mahomes can keep doing it for this long as Brady has done toward the end of his career, I think he will be easily the GOAT. But not right now. I think Brady still has that longevity. He still did it for so long. And I don't think that this Super Bowl win will get him over that hump yet. I got one. With the rise in I know this is not possible right now, but with the rise in the TGL, the new golf league, I like that. They should, what TGL should do? They should go around, they should tour, they should go to different places, and they should, have the simulator event to different places. I think it'd be cool to have one at Moody Center for me and all the other golf fans out there. They should tour around the whole country. They should do their little golf simulator events, with the best some of the best golfers in the world, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy. That would be really fun, and I think having it at Moody Center is very high-tech arena, really new. I think it'll be cool to have it there. That's a little out of the box, but I just put it out there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Megatron. I wanna have just the jump ball ability. I wanna moss people. I wanna have fun. I wanna head top people. I think that would be fun. I think Megatron I think one of the saddest endings of career. I feel like he could have gone on for so much longer, just a short career. And I would love to play as Megatron, have his attributes, have his just jump ball ability, just have fun out there, and I just play some backyard football with Calvin Johnson. I think that'd be super fun. I think it's pretty simple. You keep college football all on Saturday. You keep the NFL on Sunday. Why not? I understand there's different scheduling and whatever, but college football is meant to play on Saturdays. College football is a Saturday sport. I think that's just what's meant to be. I don't know what else to say. NFL is Sundays, and networks and whatever. I think NFL and college football they just got to work it out. All the I don't know the specific contracts and all that, how that works, but college football needs to be on Saturday. I think having all the college football games on Saturday would be super cool. I think having all the games on Sunday, just how it's supposed to be. I think it's pretty simple, really. I know I'm gonna go with a little obscure one. I think when I look at from the best Super Bowl halftime shows of all time, I look at this and I'm gonna go one with just legendary. The one in L.A. You got Kendrick Lamar there. You got Eminem doing this thing. Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. That was legendary. You had I remember that night on social media. That night was popping on social media. Everyone was loving it. I think it was legendary. There were so many statements made. Just hip hop legends all on the stage at once. That was just. When I remember that night, I feel like that was just super magical watching that, and I just remember that night and it was amazing. Just 5 legends. What can you say?
Sure.
We have time? All right.
Take it away.
All right. I'm a little surprised about that. I thought I choked it at the end right there. I thought Grabio had it with Katy Perry. I thought of doing Katy Perry, but I thought that my answer, I liked my answer. Going off of that, I'm so excited for winning this. Shout out to my parents, who I think are watching right now. Shout out Jordan Spieth and Scotty Scheffler. I'm going to watch you guys play tomorrow at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and yeah, I'm excited to win.